Welcome to week 3 of our class, Policy 201, American Federal Government. I want to just briefly wish you congratulations on submitting your first paper for this course. Hopefully you all got them in time yesterday before midnight. Again, I will be observing the late submission policy for this class. So if you haven't already taken a look at that, please be sure to visit that and take note of the point deductions if you did have to submit late. Please note, though, that I do grant exceptions and waivers to the policy if you had extenuating circumstances. And the extenuating circumstances could be anything from being ill to family matters. I'm pretty flexible, but just so as long as you let me know ahead of time before the submission deadline, I choose usually to waive that. So please take note. That applies for your discussions as well. Just let me know. So you should be getting those grades before next Sunday midnight. I'll be grading them throughout the week, so some of you may get it earlier than the rest. But please take note that take a look at the comments, the write-up that I usually do with each of the grades, as well as take a look at the Turnitin report if I do attach it to my reply to you in the online classroom. I expect to see some of the changes that I make note of in your papers for the final paper coming up soon. Always cite in proper APA format. Revisit and visit again and again in the Writing Center the APA format for your citations, from the videos to online articles to our assigned readings. I do particularly look for that in your discussions and paper submissions. Attached to this announcement, I have an article by Jonathan Turley, and it's regarding the military-industrial complex. It's a very good article that gives you a sense of what the military-industrial complex is about, and kind of gives you some ideas on the types of dollar amounts and sheer numbers of what we're talking about with this concept. And with that, I want to quote for you a couple things. Hundreds of billions of dollars flow each year from the public coffers to agencies and contractors who have an incentive to keep the country on a war footing and footing the bill for war. It's quotes like that that I like to see used in your discussions and your papers, again with proper APA format. I'm looking for substantive quotes that give statistics and quantities. For example, here's another salient point. $52.6 billion was spent in 2013 alone in what they call quote-unquote black budgets of secret intelligence programs, inclusive of the Department of Homeland Security, educational degrees to counterterrorism consultants, to private-run preferred traveler programs for airport security gates. Other things that are listed in this article, on the prong about the lobbyists, the industry that benefits from the military-industrial complex, is sometimes the implication of conflict of interest. This article talks about how the former Department of Homeland Security, Michael Chertoff, was pushing for the purchase of heavily criticized and little-tested full-body scanners that are used in the airports. Some of you may have already experienced what that's like to stand in that kind of fish dome and have it scan you. Michael Chertoff, actually the conflict arose where he was actually the company that was making those pieces of equipment were clients of his company, the Chertoff Group. Those are some things that you should take a look at and critically analyze when you look at your articles, your assigned resources, and videos that we have as part of our curriculum. With that, I'm available again all week through email or posting through the Ask Your Instructor link. Ask me anything about how I grade your discussion so that you can improve for the last 3 weeks that we have together, as well as feel free to ask me questions on comments that I will be giving you on your papers that you submitted yesterday. I hope you have a good time in the discussions this week, and I'll talk to you later.